What's going on? Gavin Wong here, and I'm really excited for today's unboxing and review video. I have here in front of me the Monolith Horizon and the Monolith Singularity decks by Giovanni, Meroni, and Thirdway Industries. These are two limited edition decks which are limited to 1,500 of each deck. While the actual cards inside each deck are the same, the tucks are different. Here on the left I have the Monolith Horizon deck, which is done in a darker green shade of foil, and then here on the right I have the Monolith Singularity deck, which is done in an experimental neon green foil. Since the cards on the inside are the same, I'm only going to open up one of these, but I do want to show you guys the tuck cases on both. That way you guys can see what they both look like and make your decision if you want to purchase one of these decks. I will be opening the Monolith Horizon deck just because I do think the foil on here looks a little bit nicer, and I prefer this darker shade of green foil. The Monolith Horizon and Singularity decks are also the sequel to the original Monolith campaign told through the Black and White decks. The Monolith lore itself is complex and inspired by a combination of mythology and astrology. At a basic, very high level, the story is about these different ancient gods who created everything that exists today. From things like the planets, the stars, the universe, and ultimately the creation of life itself. The story is rich and every god has a great backstory. I will talk briefly about each god when I get to them as we look at the cards, but I will leave a link to the original Kickstarter campaign down in the video description, which goes into a lot more detail about the lore. I think it's definitely worth checking out and giving it a read because the story here is just so rich and interesting. With that said, let's take a look at the tuck case real quick. You can see that on either deck there's a really nice, shiny, bright holographic foil border that goes all the way around, and the border itself has some coiling around the edges. And then on the inside of the border we have lots of geometric shapes and lines and designs that represent Earth and the planets and the universe. Lots of very cool looking symbols. I really love the holographic foil. You can see that it just really shines. And then on the outside we have an additional border with some additional lines and triangles that go all the way around. So really pretty. Here on the back, I'll just switch these around. Here on the back, it's similar to the front design. We have that really bright holographic foil border, but then on the inside there's a lot more of that holographic foil just to make everything else pop, and really eye-catching. Some additional things like the sun and the moons and the planets stick out as well, so a lot of detailed. This is all embossed too, by the way. You can really, I don't know if you guys can see the texture in there, but it's actually embossed. If there's a way I can show this, let's see the texture. Hopefully there's a way I can show this where I think it's better on the front. Yeah, you can see like there's a lot of detail and texture here on the tuck, and it's embossed. The holographic foil shines through really nice as well. So the actual backs of the card designs, they're going to look pretty much like this as they do on the back here with holographic foil. It's really eye-catching. We have a very similar, that border here on the left and right sides of the decks. So again, very much mimicking the front and back design. Here on the front, we just have, the green foil border. On the bottom here in the holographic foil, it says designed by Giovanni Meroni, Thirdway Industries, and then we got the Thirdway website there. Thirdway Industries symbol there. Manufactured by Expert Playing Card Co., made in the People's Republic of China. Notice there is a holographic foil on both of these. There's 1,500 of each of these decks. Very nice looking. Now that we've seen the outside of this, let's take the foil off and take a look at the cards inside. Alright, we got the cellophane foil off, and we went ahead and cut the seal here. With the cellophane off, you can see how the foil just really pops. You don't have that cellophane getting in the way and reflecting off the light here, so you get a better look of what that tuck looks like. Lots of great features, very bright, eye-catching holographic foil. Looks absolutely stunning and amazing. And then on the inside tuck we have again, which I believe this is like the sun, and then we got some planets rotating around the sun. Tug case is black on the inside. Ooh, God, look at that. Okay, so you can see here I just took the cards out and they are a little chunky. They kind of stick together in little blocks, which is perfectly fine. And it's a brand new deck, so it probably just needs to be separated a little bit, which is fine. Not a big problem. A couple of these are sticking together though, like this one. Got some cards sticking together in these blocks. Ooh, just gotta sit here and unstick some of these. This might be a result of the foil, the heavy amount of holographic foil that's used on these. So in case you guys have that problem, when you guys buy this and open it, just know that I went through the same thing. Just gonna go through here and just unstick some of these. But this is a good opportunity for you guys to take a look at the cards, or the card backs. The stock does feel a little thick as I am going through, and I noticed that the stock does feel a little stiff and thick, which I think is to be expected since this is Expert Playing Card Co. and you gotta get a lot of this foiling on. But I mean, you can see how beautiful that back design looks just when I was going through and unsticking some of these cards. I think I did a good job there. But yeah, you can see the back design pretty much looks like this. A little bit different colors though. We got some more green here on the inside, and it's a lot more just silver holographic foil on the back. So a little bit different in terms of color, but similar actual design. This back design, I gotta say, it just looks absolutely amazing, and I want to say just right off the bat, it's one of the more attractive looking card designs that I've seen so far, especially in terms of the holographic foiling and the design. It doesn't fan very smooth right out of the box. There might be a little bit of a break-in period. It's getting a little bit better, it seems. Might just be the holographic foiling, or I don't know, maybe just gotta loosen these up a little bit. Looks like it's getting a little bit better, but I mean, it's still super eye-catching though. Yeah, it's loosening up a little bit better. But yeah, that is the back design. Okay, so here, these are, I believe these are going to be the two Jokers. Yeah, so these are going to be the two Jokers. On the left here, this is Adam, and on the right we have Eve, which, as you guys probably know, are the firstborns on Earth. So these two Jokers are going to represent two firstborns on Earth. You can see it's absolutely covered in holographic foil. Pretty much the whole card is just holographic foil, and you can see, like things like the border and the actual design of the characters are done kind of in this silver and red colorway. But other than that, the holographic foil shines all the way through. A very cool looking Joker. I really like the way these look. Absolutely amazing and attractive. Can't get any better looking than that on the Jokers, right? So the Ace of Spades, got a nice big spade green here in the middle. We got like the eye in the middle that matches the border. We have the border that we saw on the back of the deck case. Just, I don't know what to say, just because it's so nice and attractive and pretty. Love the black background, by the way. Like, just makes everything, all the holographic foil pop. You can see the consistency here with the border, although there is no coiling around these borders. And then the pips, the spades, they have a holographic foil outline as well, right, just to help it pop more. Look at the detail on this, man. Incredible, just absolutely incredible. By the way, the spades are supposed to represent the ancient gods of void. Basically everything that can't be seen or touched. And here are the court cards for the spades. So we'll go through the gods. The Jack of Spades. This is the god of space who rules the empty space between everything that exists. You can see just the absolute amount of detail on that. Amazing. Next we have the Queen of Spades, who goes by the name of Skadi, who is the goddess of absolute zero and is the warden of the absence of motion and heat. And now we come to the King of Spades. This is the god of eternity, known by many names including Chrono, Pluto, Azrael, or just Death. He's the most destructive of all the ancient gods. You do not want to get on this guy's bad side, I'll tell you that. I don't think these can get any more attractive looking with all the amount of holographic foil you have. Next we come to the diamonds. Again, looking like the Ace of Spades, we've got that nice border and then very detailed pip there, and just absolutely bathed in holographic foil. And so what's done, normally the pips are red, but here they're orange, right? I didn't point out that here the spades, they're green. So these are done in orange instead of red. Again, you have your standard pip layout. And then here we are at the court cards for the diamonds. And so the diamonds are supposed to represent the gods of energy. They are known to be crazy, dynamic, and dangerous. The gods of energy fuel the universe. So first up we have the Jack of Diamonds. And the Jack of Diamonds is the god of gravity, known as Atlas. When the universe was created, he used his strength to control the chaos and to define the rule of gravity. Next we have the Queen of Diamonds. Queen of Diamonds is the goddess of heat. She made life possible, but is also capable of destroying anything and anyone who gets too close to her. And now we have the King of Diamonds. King of Diamonds is the god of light, known by many names including Apollo, Ra, Hyperion, and Helios. He is the creator of the stars and the sun. Alright, now we have the clubs. So here we have the clubs. And then the clubs are the gods of materia. These are the gods who forged all of the planets of the universe. So sticking with our original pattern, we're going to start with the Jack first. The Jack of Clubs is the god of solid, known by the name of Vulcan, or the artisan god. He is the first creator of all inanimate objects, and he was the one who created all of the planets of the universe. Then we have the Queen of Clubs. Queen of Clubs is the goddess of liquid, known as Titi. She is the one who covered the planets with water to make it suitable for life. And then now we have the King of Clubs. The King of Clubs is the god of atmosphere, known as Saturn. He protects the creations of the gods of materia from the fury of the other gods. The club's also done in this nice orange fluorescent color. This looks absolutely amazing, all this holographic foil. Doesn't get better than that, man, I tell ya. Does not get better than that. Alright, and now we get to the hearts. So the hearts represent the gods of life. They are the weakest of the gods, but they gave meaning to all the creations of the universe. So starting with the Jack of Hearts, this is the god of flora, known by the name of Artemis or Demeter. He was the first who attempted to create life. Then we have the Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts is the goddess of fauna, known by the name Juno or Venus. She is the creator of souls. And finally, the King of Hearts. This is the god of intellect, known as Prometheus. He is the one who gave creatures their intelligence. And that's going to cover our hearts. See, we're going back to the green pips here, consistent with the theme of the deck. And I mean, there's really nothing to complain about here. The deck itself is just absolutely gorgeous with its holographic foil. Absolutely amazing. Court cards, I love the court cards. I love the story, everything about the gods. Definitely make sure you guys check out the link to the original Kickstarter campaign so you can learn and read more about it. Front and back, like the way this shines, just absolutely amazing. The card itself are a little bit thick. The stock feels Let's see how the stock feels. It's a thick deck, man. I tell you, like, it's thick. It is a thick deck. And the stock is stiff too. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a thick stock. I mean, if you guys are used to other like expert playing card co decks, you guys probably have an understanding and probably know what to expect. Like, you know, King's Wild decks that are printed by the Expert Playing Card Co. Very similar kind of feel, stiff and thick, but doesn't mean it can't be pretty, right? Doesn't mean it can't be pretty. And I think these are going to faro just fine. Do I want to faro these though? I'm kind of scared to faro them. They don't faro great. Okay, they definitely don't want to faro. That just felt super gritty. So they're not going to go faro face up. If you're going to faro them, I think face down is your best bet. But they don't faro super cleanly. It's not bad. It's not bad, but honestly, I wouldn't do that just because I don't want to ruin the foiling on this, because it is on black background, right? But yeah, it seems like it's a traditional cut. It wants to faro face down as opposed to face up and to face up, which is great if you're into that. But again, I wouldn't recommend faroing these just because I would hate to have like a corner peel somewhere, ruin, you know, the whole theme and design of the deck. But yeah, it is a very thick stock deck, so very thick and stiff. But again, I don't think, you know, you'd be using something like this for cardistry or Magic anyways. This is definitely something that you want to take out just to look at, just to thumb through. You know, maybe talk about the lore, the story of all the gods. But this is definitely a collector's item to look at for sure. But absolutely amazing. Look at that. You can also get the uncut sheet of these as well, which I am considering doing I don't know if they're still in stock, but man, these look really, really nice. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot to mention that the cards are also, they also react to a black light. So here I have my black light on. You can see, like, you know, the orange and the green from the cards, they really pop. So this is the Eve Joker, for example. You can see that, you know, part of her headdress and the necklace she was wearing was orange. You get that pop there. Here on Adam, you can see the green really, really shine through there in the UV lighting. It actually might look better a little bit further away, but you can kind of see that pop. So like, yeah, so like the giant green spade on the Ace of Spades, you can see how that shines through in the front. So let me just go through here. You guys can see how this reacts to a UV black light. And then the back design as well. The back design, you know, has that green, right, on there. So the green on the back design also looks very good under a black light. I'm trying to get it, maybe it's just the angle I'm getting this from, I don't know. It's kind of hard to see because, again, you're going to get that reflection from the holographic foil, but you can see that, you know, the green on the back is also reacting to that. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for my video review. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below, what do you guys think about these decks? Would love to get your thought on these amazing holographic foil decks. But that's going to do it for my deck review. This is the Monolith Horizon deck by Giovanni, Meroni, and Thirdway Industries. Absolutely fantastic, gorgeous looking collector's deck. That's going to do it for me. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I hope you guys have a magical day.